This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons. Special thanks to our supreme and master speakers, Circa Barakeel, Remy Asalia, Saray Cypher, Omeji Cat Comet, Erisu Yamakawa, Nina Grimsdottir, Casey Schaefer, Daimos, Sisiraful Aliraful, Lily Black, Hans Grenade, Sapa Chakwatol, Asuta Starbreeze, Faris Gentoru, Cletus Oreo, Quick Levin, Sayuri Snowfall, Luke Leonatrell, Stella Bell, Ceres, Icy Lee, Lyria Rain, Pamela Isley, Umbral Wind, Naive Arino, Celeste Rascaris, Alenriel Maximus, Edwin, Bob CC, Celestia, Fabson Voidworm, Yuling Young, Raimi Maverick, Code Red No, Mira Mary, Winebow Brood, and Bay Barbalay. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv. Thank you.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Ayorsians. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 193. I'm Lakeel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Rollo Des, Georgi Wiston, and Mela Vanadar.
Hi.
Hi.
Ni hao, fellas.
Ni hao. This is another episode. We're now 7 episodes away from the bicentennial episode. Think about that. Today's main topic, there's an episode, not an episode, there's an interview again with Yoshi-P about what a start. With Yoshi-P, talking about Emet Selch. It's a very interesting interview, so we will have to read through that. But we will start today with MogMail, as promised. So we'll read some of that. Stay tuned for the poster. We'll be answering questions from the syndicate. I don't know when we'll have time for the bracket, because we have a lot of questions from the syndicate this week. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for the post show if you're watching live. In terms, I didn't put this in the channel updates, but the past 4 days, I've done nothing other than I got Marshall in Animal Crossing. But I've been working on Fallen Rise, the bonus episodes that are coming out, and I will not set a date because that will curse it, but it is coming out very, very, very soon for patrons. So it's going to be a 2-parter. So there'll be one part that focuses on the actual community and a specific person in that community when 1.0 went downhill. It's very interesting to see how the community just sort of turned on itself. So that's what that episode's going to be about. And the second episode's going to be about how the creative community dealt with that issue of creating content for a game that was technically dying. First part will be out very soon. Okay, let's talk about what we've done in 14 this week. Who should we start with? I think let's start with Mela.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well,
I can feel the tension every time I'm picking someone.
I'm always ready to go.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah.
Done a small amount of rouletting, tomestoning. I think I can almost afford the majority of the 490 gear that I need. But I have spent a lot of time mentally cheering Lucian on through Fallen Reichness, so I think I can take some credit for that. Just being an all-round great supporter.
Yes. Okay. Georgi?
I'm out on tome grinding for now. Because if I'm tome grinding, I'm either all in or all out, because not getting 450 is very upsetting. So just getting 0 is more pleasing. I'm getting something like 320. it just feels like a non-round number.
Yeah.
Besides not doing roulettes, I have capped Astrologian on my Ragnarok character. It continues to be my least favorite healer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is that surprising? Because
It's not a hot take for Georgie because he's
the best healer.
I agree. I agree, though.
Scholar is my main healer, and then White Mage is just like easy mode. Astrologian, I feel like I'm always running out of MP.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel with Scholar.
Running out of MP and not having enough like instant heals. Like there's something weird about Astrologian that I don't know.
You have 2 charges of Essential Dignity. That's your get out of jail free card.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's okay.
It's okay, Rollo. It's fine.
2 charges of Essential Dignity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 charges.
It's charged now, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You have
never played it at 80, Rollo.
No.
I mean, I don't know if you get it at 80. You get
a pretty. It's a pretty late one, I think.
I felt pretty uneasy tanking while Georgie's playing Astrologian.
I feel pretty uneasy healing when.
Yeah, it's been much nicer when he plays other healers than Ast.
Yeah.
Opposite for me. I play Scholar and I'm like, I'm stressed out. I play Astrology and I'm like, I know exactly what to do. This is great.
With Astrologian, I've leveled every magical class on both of my characters now, so that's nice, I guess.
Okay, Rollo, what have you done?
I actually streamed mostly what I did recently, but it was just mostly some roulettes. I also went to the copy factory because I still want to try and get the tank chest piece. I still have not gotten it after all this time, and I felt like I saw some chess pieces drop for some other like rolls or whatever, and I was like, I'm none of these rolls. I'm not gonna get it. People are still probably desperately trying to get this.
Yeah,
I literally got everything I rolled on basically. No one wanted anything, so I was like, I don't know if I just got lucky. My rolls weren't even particularly high. I got them like 30. I got one I rolled a 30 on. I had like a 70 on one. So it was like, yeah.
Did you see how much people were getting the 2B coffers for?
A lot of them hit the ground.
Yeah. Oh,
makes sense, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, most people have them now.
Yeah. So I guess if you want some easy drops, fellas, head on down to Copy Factory. But don't roll against me. The tank chest piece, please.
I think people still need the minions, or at least like the recent times that I've gone in there. Like I still haven't gotten them.
I'm missing one of them.
Yeah, I think I do too.
I'm just trying to get trying to get the songs and the minions too. I don't have any.
I need some of the songs as well.
I just bought the songs. They're not going for that much money on them.
No.
I know. But other than that, not much else. I was doing some roulettes, trying to get some poetics to get the relics I want. This is the best relic grind I've ever had in my life. I'm such a great time, to be honest. This is, I love it.
It's not a grind.
Yeah, it's not a grind.
It's not.
No. We're getting the grind soon, Rollo. Well, we don't know. Okay, right. What? Oh, me. I haven't done any. Yes. Well, actually, I've been leveling Bard. That's all I've been doing. I've been leveling Bard, and I'm
still loving those essays.
Yeah, I'm almost 80. Although I have yet to actually play it at a higher level than 72. So I don't really know what it's like to play it at a higher level. Well, actually, we played recently in the
Kitana Revel, yeah.
That's probably the highest level I've ever played Bard right now. But I am 79. I'm gonna, if I play today, well, I'm not gonna play that today, but next time I play, I'll be 80, and I'll be done.
I think that's part of the reason that the Katana Revel was very stressful, because that was the highest level I played Astrology.
Yeah. Other than that, not much. I'm not grinding tomes because I don't need them. So yeah. All right. That's what we've done in 14 this week. Let's jump into well, we do recent events first, and then we'll jump into MogMail. So let's do that. Recent events. And in recent events, we have to, of course, start with wishing Naoki Yoshida a happy belated birthday. He turned 47 on May 1st. So, big boy, he's finally grown up.
My son. He's a Mayday baby, too.
Yes, he is.
That's a good day to be born.
Yeah.
It's a good thing the song is in the public domain now.
Yeah, it is good.
God, yeah, thank God for that, eh?
Whew.
Are the
Next
lyrics?
up, Disney.
Well, there's no lyrics to this version, at least.
No. Yeah, so that happened. I don't know if there's going to be any other anything special happening. What they've done in the previous years is that there's been like a video where he like looks at all the presents that people have sent him, but things are a bit different nowadays, so it might not be a thing. But yeah, there you go. 47. Soon 50 is coming soon.
I'm sure.
Are you trying to make him
What a big
nervous?
say.
Well, the thing is, I thought he was 50 something. I'm like, wow, this is the big one. This is the 50. I thought. No, 47. Sorry, Yoshi-P.
Wow, you're really...
For some reason, I'm just
makes a
rooting
lot of
for
fish.
50 because 50 is such a big number. That would be a big celebration. But this isn't a big
You'll be
celebration.
satisfied when you're 50.
It's
Well,
just
for that year.
Yeah. It's just 47. All right, moving on to some other news. There was maintenance on Yoshi-P's birthday, May 1st.
Tragic.
Thought this was interesting. It went down, I would say 8 or 7 a.m. GMT or BST. And it went on for a while. It was an all-worlds maintenance, and they had to fix a very specific error. While using cross-world link shells, when all 64 members were online, the other members would not receive chat messages. Thought that was an interesting thing to happen, especially considering like link shells being such an old system in this game. Like it's been there since 1.0, and it just couldn't handle all the link shell members being online. So they've done something that have fucked up the link shell code, I guess.
It's very spaghetti, but I just don't. I'm so curious as to how that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, the server would sometimes crash. So there's that as well.
It shows how popular they are, though, that it's only just been discovered.
Yeah. Yeah. They have never had a link shell at full capacity.
A cross-world link shell.
Yeah, that's true. It is a
To be fair,
crossword
though,
link shell.
I can't think of. I mean, they're just such a dumb system, I guess.
Dumb. What's so
shells?
dumb about it?
The crossword one, I just don't see a great need for them.
When you don't
That's
want to have
'cause you're
people
not-
on Discord.
Because we don't
they're
really,
weirdos.
we're not part of many, I think.
No, I guess. I mean, like,
You're
if it was
also-
for hunt trains, it's too small for most hunt link shells.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they
64.
have more than one.
That's
It
true.
just seems messy.
Yeah, I just get upset when my chat is filled up with all the link shell. All my link shells are just displayed in a tab I never open in my chat thing. All right. The documentary bonus episode from Making of Shadowbringers is out. Has Yoko Taro in it. Rollo is the only one who's kind of seen it.
I saw it.
Yeah. What do you have
It's
to?
a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
It has Yoko Taro in it, and he's doing his hand puppet thing again. I don't know if you guys remember that from some old interviews he gave, but he's using the moon head, which still has a big crack in it.
Yeah.
But he's behind the couch with, I think it's a Saito, the other producer.
Yeah.
And then Yoshi-P, and he's just like behind the couch, like this, like waving his hand and making his little puppet head talk. It's nothing. Obviously, there's no like big crazy news in them.
No.
But there's some funny comments here about how while they're developing the raid. One of the funnier ones was that whenever Yoko Taro was going through like the raids, basically, he would the other members were like would say like, yeah, he just wants to die. Or like he would say like, just let me die. I can't do this. It's too hard.
Okay.
Don't res me, please. And they commented on the people doing. Feels really bad for these people, but for near fans that did that played 14 just to get to the raids, and they were. He said he saw some comments about people. I think mostly Western players complaining about the drop rates of the coffer for like the 2B outfit, and which is weird because I thought they were somewhat generous because you got 3 coffers
Yeah.
for the PV outfit. But then they were like, yeah, like this isn't fair. Fucking Yoko Taro did this to us. It's his fault. He's like, it wasn't even my fault. I didn't do anything. They also talked about how there would be 156 installments of the raid. That's how it's going along to get to the finale. So
okay,
look forward to that.
We have a lot to look forward to. Okay, nice.
I saw this in the subreddit comments of the video. Did they talk about the canonicity of it to the new series itself, or is that just like
not particularly? They talked about mashing them together, like bringing the worlds together, but nothing. No concrete answer if that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
And also deleting the data center too, which he said you might have to pick between like either keeping your 2B outfit or deleting the data center.
Oof. Difficult choice. Okay. All right, so
2B outfit, sorry.
Make sure you watch that. It's out now. And that is the last, I think, video for this documentary series.
I guess, unless there's another bonus one that we don't know about.
Might be. Okay, let's talk about our favorite topic, Mog Station.
Yay!
Yay!
We might, okay.
Thank you for blessing us once more with optional purchases.
Patches might be delayed, but worry not. We are still getting items on the Mog Station.
Don't worry, you can still support the game.
They are adding the carbuncle that we talked about just a few episodes ago. The Ruby carbuncle, or Rubelite carbuncle, and Ruby carbuncle attire, and Ruby carbuncle slippers. But they also added a Meg Deica attire, which is
I don't know.
I have no idea. What?
Maybe it's the female version of Decon. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah. Okay. It's like a Ilmeg themed dress with wings.
Like a Tania outfit.
Yeah.
I can't decide if I find it quite nice or hideous.
Is that what Tania is wearing? I just realized I never.
No, it's not what she's wearing.
It's
I don't like wings.
I don't like the wings either. If the wings weren't there, I think I'd like it more.
They're a bit stubby. They're like short.
Wings in MMOs are a sign of cheapness.
Yeah.
They are quite.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, it's pretty much like a 99% hit rate that it is just a cheap MMO thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think I like it, but I like the dress. If you could like detach the wings, like Yogi said, it'd be sweet.
Yeah.
See, that's how I feel about the Ruby carbuncle, or any of the carbuncle outfits. I really like the outfit itself. I just wish it didn't have a little carbuncle on the shoulder.
I agree. Yeah.
I get that.
When you have like stuff like that, it does look cheap. It looks tacky. I don't. You can get
the mount looks cool.
Yeah, the mount looks cool. It's a carbuncle of just
PSA
red.
with the boots. The slippers, you can dye them.
Oh, you can dye them.
You can buy it. Like I just bought one of them, and you can dye all the other colors usually, and make it look like the ruby one and the topaz and the other one.
Okay, well that's nice.
It's like the Valention's outfit from earlier in the year.
Yeah.
One thing I've wondered, and it would be very insidious of them to do this, is why they haven't just released an entire rainbow of carbuncles as mounts on the Mog Station already.
Yeah. And then if you buy them all, you can undertake a quest to get a super carbuncle. Just like the raid series.
It's like an RGB carbuncle. Like
different colors. And it can tie into your like chroma keyboard.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, the carbuncle.
This is like an amount just for the riches of
Synapse integration.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Please.
Okay. Anyways, you can get the Ilmeg outfit for $18. That includes the circlet robe, bottoms, and boots. The amount is $24. It's US dollars. It's account wide, and the Ruby carbuncle attire $18 for the ears, jacket, and boots, and the slippers are $6. So go get that if you want. I guess
bundle for all of the like carbuncle attire.
Oh.
Why are the slippers separate?
I don't. Well, because they can be used. Because you can dye
Oh,
them,
yeah,
I guess.
Is the rest
Well, they're still called
Oh, God.
ruby carbuncle slippers. I don't really know why they've done that. Extra money. Extra money.
You gotta get every last penny.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, let's read some MogMail, I guess. We have a bit of a backlog, so we'll begin now. All right. The first one is coming to us from Genova Tia from Twin Tania. Hello boyos, my first MogMail attempt here, and a huge Final Fantasy lore nerd as I am, I have some questions. So excited. Do you think the recent Relic Weapons questline hinted at new classes in development, or is it just a silly fever dream I have? If you talk to the NPCs to get extra lore for the whole Bosja situation, they name drop a couple of Garlean officers in charge there. One of them was mentioned to be a Beastmaster, who might serve as a good intro to a Beastmaster class if the next expansion is located in Dalmasca, Bosja, and Ilsabard. Also, big focus was given to the Crystal Seers, healing crystals, lol. Maybe they could be a Mystic class from Tactics. Since they were said to be memory mages / echo travelers, we could train in our / others' memories instead of having a class trainer. Thanks for all the entertainment you bring. Love you, sincerely, Genova. Well, we didn't talk about... There's a lot of stuff we didn't talk about when we talked about the Relic stuff. We didn't touch at the Dalmasca part at all. We didn't talk about any of the extra lore bits that were added to the quest, or the side. It wasn't even side quest. It was just optional lore that you could get from NPCs.
Yeah, you just talk to the NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the Guardian officers like tames beasts and uses them. The thing about whatever... I can't remember what legion this is that we're fighting, but the thing about them is they don't use very much magitech.
Right.
That's the unique thing about them. They use beasts and just steel. I can see that. I don't know necessarily about the mystic. The crystal seers thing.
Yeah, the crystal.
How would a mystic work? How would time? I don't know how it works.
The problem I like the idea. The problem I have with it is that a lot of astrologian lore already ties into like time to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like,
their LB3 is just turning back time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is it turning back time, or is it like... Oh, yeah, it kind of is.
Sort of. It's
it
like
says
turning...
the lore is something like seeing all possible futures and picking the most like favorable one.
Yeah. Well, I think the Beastmaster thing is probably the one that hints the most towards a new class. I don't know if because the Crystal Seers thing, I don't know how that would work, but we are talking about Evilise stuff, so maybe it's hinting towards something like that. I just want a chemist, but
chemist works at least, I guess. They didn't really talk about it, but
no. But Beastmaster, I feel like we're getting at some point, either as probably as a limited class.
Yeah, it'll be a limited job, probably.
Yeah.
I feel like there's this really... I mean, I really do hope it's Beastmaster, but then I have this like vision, using my mind's eye, of course, of like... For like they name drop this Garland fucking dude with the Beastmat, or that tames beasts, right? And then all it leads up to is that there's just an instance fight with like a Garlean dude with 2 fucking pug hounds or whatever they're called, and that's it. That's the end of that.
Yeah. It's perhaps a bit early to tease new jobs. But this might just be the beginning of it. Like they'll name drop it a little bit, and then as the patches progress, we see more and more of it. Like more, because that's what they usually do. They hide the new jobs. Because we've seen. Remember when we saw Samurai before it was announced in game? Remember? Was it Big Man?
Gazetsu?
Yeah, Gazetsu.
Yeah.
He used ninja skills. What's her name? Yotsuyu.
Yugiri.
Yugiri. Yotsuyu didn't do that. Yugiri. She used ninja skills.
as well.
Thancred did too, I think, didn't he? at some point. I think they both did. I think used ninja skills.
He did, didn't he do Paladin for a bit, and then he went to Ninja, and then he went to.
That's when people noticed that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that could happen. That's probably going to happen again. They've done it with every single. Wait, didn't they do that for? They didn't do it for Heavensward because Heavensward had such unique classes. I don't think
none of Heavensward's jobs I think were teased.
It was the first one, so
yeah, it was the first one. Yeah, right. We might just end up with like an NPC or something in the story that has a job that we have yet to understand, and then they'll be like, "I'm a Beastmaster." Well, not Beastmaster. They won't tease They wouldn't tease a limited job in a MSQ.
Could you imagine? Yes, I'm a famous Beastmaster, but I'm not very much useful past level 50. So don't bring me to anything. I can't help you there.
I mean, it's not going to get teased in the MSQ as far as we know, because this is a Relic storyline.
Yeah, this is a Relic storyline. That's important to know.
Oh,
but
we did have the.
It can intersect with the MSQ. We know now that they're not afraid of just mixing stories together.
I feel like the story mode of like the what is it? The something of Werlit. What is it?
The Sorrows of Werlit.
Sorrows of Werlit. I feel like that may very well be MSQ.
Yeah.
Required by the time we get to the next expansion.
Probably.
But certainly not the Relic part of it.
No.
You have to finish your Relic before you get to the next expansion.
Yeah.
I can see them making you do the quest line at least. Like maybe they'll have
that might be why they made the quest line so easy, because you don't really have to do anything. You just follow the MSQ along. You beat the one trial.
Poetics.
It's that too.
Actual Relic. I mean,
and you are just given. They just give you the Relic at the end of the quest, so you don't have to grind at all. Right. We'll see, I guess, is our answer here. Yeah.
Want the whip.
On a little bit of a tangent, when do you think we will get more Blue Mage content?
5.3.
Do you think 5.3?
I'm going to say 5.5.
I was thinking 5.4.
They might just hide some in 5.3 that they haven't, because we still have the second part of the live letter. When was the last time we got? Was 5.1, right?
Yeah.
5.3 would be the most nice one to get, but you know what? I don't know how they feel about Blue Mage. It's like they give it good content every now and then, but they just don't talk about it ever.
No, they don't.
I know.
I think that might just be tied to the community reception when it first came out. Remember that? I will never forget. When during the live letter. No, that was FanFest when they revealed it as a limited job and how quiet the audience got. Oh, that was painful.
It was cool seeing the CEO and the
that was cute.
That was cute.
They did that to try to ease the mood tension a bit. I guess. Hey, look at me, I'm funny CEO in Blue Mage outfit. Don't you forget about the limited job thing. It was well, it wasn't quite. Did someone boo? I just have this weird.
It was just bad.
It was just bad. Things got a little tense. I just remember that.
Rude. I would never boo at a fan fest. It seems
I don't think anyone booed. That would be.
It wasn't Diablo Immortal.
I think someone did someone go what or something in the audience? I don't remember. It was a little strange. All right, let's move on. Here we go. Next MogMail is from Mannix Daruko from Cerberus. Hello there, speakers. So every job we've gotten after Heavensward always started 20 levels before the level cap, 50 in Stormblood and 60 in Shadowbringers. Do you think that when we get new jobs with the next expansion, that these jobs will be the only jobs with more than one 70 to 80 job quest, or that they only get a level 70 quest to unlock the job and a level 80 quest to finish it?
That's a good question. What was with what was Gunbreaker? Did that just have 60 to 70 and then one at 80? I've not leveled it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's mega dumb. I think yes, they will have every 2 or 3. No, they might have 5 or 4 job quests between 70 to 80.
Mm-hmm.
It would be awful if they just had nothing for 10 levels.
Yeah, that is a little sad if that's the case.
Yeah.
It depends on the job quest for the next expansion. Because if it
Oh,
continues,
they've got to bring
like
them
how-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love job quests.
I think they sort of have to bring them back as well because of the fact that they've used a lot of the 80 quests to set up things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless they're just going to have a singular quest in the next expansion for all of them.
All the tanks get grouped up together, like all the you get Siguru, whatever Sigurd.
Dogu.
Yeah, that man. And you get the fucking paladin lady and her boyfriend, and then you get
She's a gladiator.
Curious George, and they're all like, "Hey, we're all
George.
go whatever." All of them group up, and you gotta do one quest. That's it with them.
Yeah. I guess. Do people are I guess a lot of people just don't do job quests. I have so I've sinned. Sometimes I have leveled jobs and I'm like, should I have a specific skill by now? And then I realize that I haven't done the job
Done
quest.
that too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, that's why they stopped tying job quests to skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the same time, though, like sometimes I like to be able to do them uninterrupted and just enjoy the story because, like we've really got to stop that villain, and then you can't do anything for like 5 levels. No,
Yeah.
that's pretty annoying. So
Yeah.
I'd rather I like getting to like 70 or so, and then just doing them all in a big burst.
Yeah. Well, that's a
Get the
problem, and
XP
that's
as well.
annoying. And at least the early job quests, they're like, "Oh, this big thing is happening, cliffhanger. Please level 5 more levels." It's like, all right, yeah, I can see that, but
I like how they turned down Stormblood though. Like you didn't have to worry about the skills. You just kind of just hit
Stormblood
80.
ones were good.
Well,
And
you
Heavensward
still
ones were okay.
You still need to do the Stormblood ones to get the level 80 skill.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like you can do all one.
I just want more story in White Mage.
Mm.
I just want to know what the fuck the connection is between White Mage and Amdapor.
Yeah, specifically that. Why are we tiptoeing around it? All right. Thank you, Mannix. We will jump on to the next one, and that is from... oh, God. Lyathan Togburga from Zodiark. Hello, speakers. In April's... what was it wrong? Lyathan Togburga. There you go. Toburger. Hello, speakers. In April's Twinfinite interview of Yoshida, they were concerned that the Warrior of Light would become too powerful. However, if we were to eliminate/lose Hydaelyn, which is ultimately only a primal like any other, at the same time as Zodiark, why not? We can imagine that we would then lose our power, which would be a good way to breathe new life to our journey. What do you think? Regards.
That'd be a nice power set.
Yeah, that could. I don't like it when games stat squish, but if it's going to happen at any point, that would be a perfect time to have.
That's necessarily what the question. Well, that's true, but I don't know if that's necessarily what the question was asking. I think it's just more like saying, "What do we do once we beat Zodiark? Like, how would anything else be a threat at that point?"
No, well, yeah, we will lose our power though. It is a nice way to like reboot the game because now we're just people, adventurers again. I guess you could say.
We're not losing everything.
We lose all of our duty of magic and war ones. We're just crafters.
Yeah.
And gatherers for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I feel as if a lot of our power is not necessarily just tied to the blessing of light.
We don't know. Big disclaimer. We do not know how our powers work. We can't. I think we can conclude that much. We don't know where the power comes from. We call it the blessing of light, though.
Yeah.
You can't. Do you not agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Hydaelyn who gives it, right?
that our ability to do jobs is not necessarily tied to that.
No, that's
how I
true.
feel.
That's true. The jobs.
How does soul crystals necessarily work as well? Because they're like just deeds of the past that somehow give us powers as well, and we're sort of just adding to them with our own deeds. So we would still have some skill. We're not going to just suddenly not be good, but we're just going to not have Hydaelyn's blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, for all intents and purposes, we could be just as powerful. We're just not as protected.
Yeah. Right now, though, all the lore about our powers is kind of up in the air now that the lore is sort of... I wouldn't say it's being rewritten, but it's kind of... We're getting additional information through Shadowbringers that this is something to do with the Unsundered, us, selves, stuff that we don't really understand quite yet. Also, of course, if Mail is right, we're just Oshan, so...
we are Oshan.
That might be why. I don't know.
But
without
we're
Zodiark...
also weak.
What? They're also weak?
We're also weaker than we necessarily should be. If we were whole again, like what the Asians want, we would be able to just create things out of nothing and do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think we've discussed in the past that we don't think necessarily defeating both or getting rid of both Zodiac and Hydaelyn will, like, rejoin the worlds.
No,
I don't think it would.
No.
We likely still won't be rejoined even if we do beat them.
No, that's true. But if they disappear, there's no... We can start over. I guess that's what they're saying here, right? That would be the ultimate restart button for the game. If they ever wanted to start over again, that's how you do it. Remove Hydaelyn and Zodiark. Boom.
Pretty bold start, too.
What are you saying by start over, by the way?
Start over with a new storyline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can feel like we're progressing again, rather than like, like in, I don't know, like some MMOs, you go to the level 1 area and you just kill everything in one shot, whatever. We don't want that forever.
D-level, that's your new expansion experience.
Everyone is just reset when they finish Shadowbringers.
I think it would be...
All your mounts and minions gone.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think it would be a way for them to like make like lower level primals like seem threatening again. Like they don't have to be like world class primals for them to be a challenge to us.
Right.
In this post Hydaelyn / Zodiac world.
We haven't fought a prime in a long time, huh?
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's been pretty boring story-wise in terms of what they are. Like Primals had a really cool sort of overtone to them.
Yeah. Okay. I guess thank you for
Thanks,
that.
Coburger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We will move on. This is from Bay Barbelay from Behemoth.
Bababale.
Bay Barbelay. Hello, speakers. What do you suppose the ending cutscene from the Blade... Oh, finally. From the Blades of Gunhildr questline with Gabranth will lead into? And what do these upcoming resistance weapons zones mean for the areas we may get in 6.0? Take care, as always. Finally! It was really annoying, because just as we ended the episode where we talked about the Blades of Gunhildr, we were like, wait, hold on. We didn't talk about the end, like the post-credit cutscene for that storyline. So there's this cutscene at the end of the Relic quest line where we're in... Does it say? It says. It's like a city from Tactics.
I believe it's somewhere in Dalmasca.
Did it just say that?
Yeah,
I thought it was
don't think
specific.
it was super specific.
Okay. I had a feeling it was specific. Okay. Anyways, we see Gabranth and that other guy who is also meant... Noah, yes. And they talk...
Isn't Noah Gabranth?
What?
Isn't his full name Noah Van Gabranth?
I don't know.
Well, there is that other guy that's mentioned as well.
Oh, okay. I can't remember the other guy.
Noah is a Gabranth. The Gabranth is the last name. There are brothers in the story, right?
I thought there was only one in our game. I'm pretty sure Noah...
Bash's son, Noah, is now...
Yeah, Ash is dead, as far as I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can chat just please update me on the rewritten history of Ivalice? There is Bosch and there is Noah. Anyways, let's just call the guy in the judge armor Gabranth. There is a person. Bosch. Okay, yes, Bosch is Noah's father. But who are we seeing in the cutscene?
Yeah,
So it's Noah Van Gabranth, and who's the other guy? Who's he talking to?
What the hell is him?
a very important Garlean.
Who's
Yes,
also
a very
mentioned in the
important
story, but his name is long gone.
There were many names mentioned in the story.
Yeah.
For this relic, that's fine.
And it's all like I have the old Ivalice lore in my head, and so when I try to think about this, I get the. Oh my god, that's why I don't remember it. Look at that name.
Remlanatus.
Lenatus.
Menenius Remlanatus, okay.
Okay, so Lenatus and Gabranth are talking. And he talks about bringing... did he say bring back? Or just... he talks about the Lady of Knives or whatever. Queen of Blades? Yeah, Lady of Blades. And we see this mural that we saw in the first trailer for 5.3. 2, sorry. And... Who is it?
Remember when people thought that mural was supposed to be like Heidelin?
Oh, good old, yeah. Hindulin.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is just Ultima. I think that's
The High Seraph one, or?
I thought they were talking about the queen herself.
That's what I was thinking.
Brynhildr. That they would bring her back as a primal. Because I mean it's called Blades of Genhildr. I mean Lady of Knives.
True.
A lot of people have also been talking about that one enemy from 4 or 5 or 6. I always mix those, so it's one of those numbers. Is it the what's its name? Well,
this would have been way better when it was fresh in our minds.
Yeah, you can tell that it's already like fading.
We pretty much talked about this as well.
Yeah,
we've got to
yeah.
talk about that.
I don't know who it could be, but it could be. We talked about a long time ago that it could be Ultima, the High Seraph.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of how she looks in 12.
It looks like some sort of it's based on how she looks in 12, and also sort of it fits as like this ancient interpretation of what we ended up seeing.
Yeah. So they're definitely bringing about a primal, but why would they bring back Ultima again though?
It felt pretty.
We've
It
already
was Azura from Final Fantasy IV.
Right, that's what it was. That's another hot potato out there. Lots of theories about who this could be. By the way, just want to point that out.
And like, why would they bring back Ultima again? They tend to do that a lot in this game.
That's true.
Even if it's not necessarily the same Ultima.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's many Ultimas. Gosh.
Yeah.
Look at all the Ultima weapons in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah. He also made it clear he would make a new empire with the Lady of Blades. What? Did he now? Okay, whatever. There's a lot of theories.
So many.
Yeah. What do these upcoming resistance weapon zones mean for the areas we may get in 6.0? Well, I think we're definitely getting Dalmasca.
What now though, or in
6.0? 6.0.
Okay.
We have to get Dalmascan zones. That makes sense now because they're
But not necessarily too many though.
not too
because
many.
we're
We
gonna
might
be
just get
getting multiple
one
for that.
zone, like
Yeah.
Dalmasca.
So against anything that's not like
It has to be at least 3 in Ilsabard, at least. Hopefully 4.
Mela, we might be getting Ilsabardian zones over multiple expansions. We might not just get Ilsabard in one expansion.
Don't. Shut up. Don't even go there.
Rollo?
Northeast, we'll get different parts of it.
Yeah.
Like north Ilsabard, south Ilsabard.
Yeah.
Southwest new zones already came up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
Right.
what we'll get, Mela. and then
Yeah, that's fine, but like, come on. This is Megalian expansion.
You are so afraid that we're just
very
gonna get
afraid.
we're just gonna get one zone, Ilsabard.
Look.
3 Aetherites.
Okay.
That's the zone.
Let's look at some of the backstory here.
The Garlemald dungeon in the far north.
Dungeon.
Yeah.
And then when you were really excited, you're finally going into Alamigo. Half the expansion's in some useless part of the world no one cares about. So I am scared. Yes.
If you say that, I would say more people care about the part of the world you're calling useless.
I know they do. It upsets me.
They
They made it more relevant by putting Dalmasca there.
We've had this Garabania versus Othar discussion before, but we need Dalmasca. You can't have a Garlean expansion without having one of the most important territories that we know about included.
I assume the early part of the expansion will be us liberating Dalmasca, so we probably won't do it within the Relic quest because that would be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll liberate Dalmasca, and that will be a good starting to the expansion.
Yeah.
But the region around Bosja probably will feature in that as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll just get all of Bosja in the Relic quest line.
Maybe.
Well, also, yeah, go on.
We're getting the southern front now. We'll probably get a northern front and maybe one other zone.
Yeah.
I guess.
Also, remember, they showed a city in a cutscene of Dalmasca. Like,
that is true.
Which means assets have been made for like a Dalmascan
It could have
style.
just been repurposed Ravenastra or something.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. That's probably true. But they don't waste resources. If they have assets they can use, they will use them. So we're probably going to get some sort of Dalmascan shit.
If they have assets, they'll use them. Look at fucking Garlemald. Look at how fucking ugly and reused that looks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Hopefully we answered your question in one way or another. It's a bit we're a bit rusty on this now. I want to talk more about that primal, but we don't really know more enough because we just have that mural and what Gabranth said. Lady of Blades.
That mural part could have just not existed. I am almost certain they made that mural part. One of two things happened. They made the mural part, and then they realized they had nowhere to put it, so they just tacked it onto the end of the Relic quest line. Or they wanted something fucking confusing to put in the patch trailer.
That was originally a red herring.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, it's completely like disconnected from what's happening. Like it just appears during the cutscene, and we don't know where it's from, and we don't know why we're being shown that. Like, where is this? Where is this mural? Yeah.
Makes you ask questions, man. What's going on?
All right, let's move on. Oh yeah.
Before we move on, in terms of Dalmasca, I don't want another desert zone.
This is what I've said. They did Garabania dirty because Garabania originally was not that barren. That was a thing they did later with A Realm Reborn where they just updated the map, and now it's a desert zone. Because remember the original art? We talked about the original artwork where it looked like Venice. Looked like this like weird like Garlean fusion European Venice thing with like water, like they had like rivers running through the streets. And then they just went, no. Let's just make all of it dead and brown and boring so that they will like Othard more, because that's what we really want to make.
Yes, Rollo?
Yeah? Rollo?
Drawing some conclusions there.
Yeah. I am. I'm just salty that they did Garabania dirty. Okay.
I sort of understand why they did that, because the kind of outfits that we'd seen of Garabania that they'd used into the game up until this point match more with what they ultimately decided to do with the Garabanian region. I like the aesthetic of the locks and half of the fringes. I don't like the feet at all.
Oh. Anyways, right. Moving on. No audio on that one. This one's from Meatrix Talkbot from Twin Tania. Hey speakers, in the instance for the new relics, we get to fight Varus with a full party of trusts. Yay. Do you think this could be a taste of future expansions of the trust system? Will we be able to use trusts to do fates in the open world or battle in Eureka? Hope you're staying safe during these trying times and that you're taking care of your well-being. Thank you.
Could you imagine, like, seeing like 12 Thancreds helping people tank like somewhere?
I think open world's a bit ambitious to hope for. It was in 11, and when I've played 11, I've found it quite off-putting. Seeing like Shantoto or something running around with some like level 16 noob.
It's very strange that happened in 11, where they're like all about, well, when I played anyways, about immersion, and now it's just like you're running around with one of the most iconic characters in the game. Although they do have a lore reason for it. It is alter egos. It's in the lore, but it's still a little jarring. I see what you mean, yeah. And I kind of don't want to see Thancred walking around.
No.
Like for
they need to make for 11. They need to make up for the fact that no one plays it anymore.
Yeah, it's got to be solo friendly now because no one plays it.
Well, that's true. That is true.
I do think that we might, for the next expansions, trials though, it's possible they could be trust compatible as well.
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
Yeah,
I think that would be nice for some people. Like,
yeah,
they don't really...
we only need one more person.
Yeah.
And if Graha does end up joining us on the source again, that is one more person.
Yeah,
and he can play all 3 roles.
Yeah,
that's
true. Yeah,
opinion about him, of course. Riange or Alphino will need to be something that's not a healer.
Ideally,
need to have an alternative.
Alphino could go summoner or something as well.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring back that one thing from 1.0, the partner. What were they called?
Oh, the path companion.
Yeah, so, like you'll have like a little generic NPC companion you could have sometimes.
See, I don't. We've talked about this a long time ago, but I still think that would have been a good way to solve this and make it, because path companions were basically trusts but they were only used in like instance quest battles. So, and there was only one person, so you would need
just expand the Chocobo companion thing to have 2 additional characters involved, and you've got
well, now you're talking. Now we're on alter egos again.
I want to be able to recruit that one guy from Alamigo, the dungeon, the little Ishgardian that says Ishgard remembers. I want him to do every single duty from now on, and that's all he says. Ishgard remembers. It's like whatever fight with Varus, he'll bring back from the dead. He's like, remembers. You'll see some floating text. That's it.
Didn't the Path Companion have their own storyline? They kind of did. It was part of the MSQ. Like they would have. It would be you two in the story. Yeah, go on.
I feel bad for the people that bonded with their Path Companions and then never got a chance to meet up with them again. I find it a great shame that there's not even really been any kind of like acknowledgement that they even existed.
Imagine if somehow, and I don't know how, but somehow they find a way of determining which 1.0 players had which path companion or whatever, and you meet again.
That would have been epic. A lot of people were hoping for that in the realm during the early days of A Realm Reborn, that they would have some sort of cameo. Never happened. And I don't think they will ever be able to. They won't be able to dig up that anymore.
No, it would be impossible.
That's long gone now. But it's really sad the way you part ways as well, because they're like, I think they're go like, oh, I'm gonna just go. Well, I'll deal with this, and I'll see you later or something, and then you never see them again.
They're dead now.
So canonically, people have that is what people think is canon. That because it's at the end. It's at the end of the Dalamud storylines. They're like, good luck. I think they even say good luck or whatever, and then I'll just investigate or whatever, and then they leave. So I think canonically, your path companion died during the calamity, because there's a lot of people that died. So it kind of makes sense that they died. So yeah.
Sorry, what, Rollo?
should bring back their skeletons. So they make like little like cackling when they're in combat. They go.
I think it is better that we don't find them. I think they're just gone.
I'm going to Cardinal Flats. I'm digging them up.
Go on, Georgi.
Something that I'd like, and that would never happen because it would make a lot of people angry, would make a singular exclusive quest for people that were playing during 1.0.
I already had
Provide some degree of
closure.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Anyone who's got like a legacy account or something.
It is one quest.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess. I was about to say it's kind of weird to do that now, but it kind of makes sense because the storyline that started with 1.0 is ending now. So yeah.
Am I the only person who thinks not enough people died in the calamity?
Well, a lot of people did though. We just don't know
but
the
not
numbers.
anyone who cares. Like,
Yeah,
not anyone who matters.
Matters. That's true. Well, if you
Like,
played
it just seems
1.0,
bizarre.
there's like a page. Have I said this before on I believe it's Gamer Escape that has every single known casualty listed. Every single NPC that has died in the calamity is listed, and it's a long ass list.
It's a very fascinating page.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead people on that
I'll
list.
look into that.
It's called
That
Missing
sounds cool.
NPCs, I think. Gamer Escape.
But it does seem weird, like every major NPC pretty much is unscathed.
No.
For the most
No. Mela, a lot of major NPCs from 1.0 are dead. They were major in 1.0, but how would you know that they were major if you weren't there? You know, the people.
What do you expect?
But were they any? Other than Louis Soir, were any of them like official render tier main characters?
Well, there's Louis Soir. Well, you said
Oh
that.
yeah, abandoned child.
There's what?
Abandoned child, Adventure of Coral Tower 1. Some real big names there.
Maybe it's like that one trailer, like the first trailer where they're one in the tavern or whatever. Some NPCs.
I don't.
Sure, it is a big list. I'll give you
it
that,
is a big
but
list. I can't think of any bigger one. I can't off the top of my head.
1,056 NPCs.
Yeah.
And yet not a single one of them matters.
Well, they did. But a lot of them were like died because they couldn't fit them in because their systems no longer worked. Like Hamlet defense people were removed, of course.
Oh, they deserve.
Is not really just people that died in the calamity though, because there are some missing NPCs like Crystarium officer in this list.
God damn it!
They've started adding. God damn, they've ruined it. Use Wayback Machine to before Shadowbringers, because before Shadowbringers it was exclusively 1.0.
Well, R.I.P. debauched demoness.
Yeah. All right. We need. Oh God, we don't have time for this. Right. Next one is.
I would just do I'd leave this and then do the main story.
Yeah, why not? I mean, this is like this can just be done next week. It could be a long
I feel like
one.
we've also discussed it before, actually, to be honest. All right. Guess main story. Let me scroll. All right, we have an interview with Yoshi-P. I believe Mogi is in here as well. Yes. Lead character, concept artist, and Yoshi-P. It's from why isn't the source listed? God damn it. It's from I have it here. It's from Siliconera. It's called Final Fantasy XIV interview creating understanding through Emet Selch. The Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers expansion has proven to be quite a powerful and popular one. Its developers have also been quite open about talking about what went into it. Siliconera caught up with. There's a typo here, right? It's been quite open. Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Siliconera caught up with Final Fantasy XIV's producer and director Naoki Yoshida and lead character concept artist Yoshi-P and Mogi to learn about the thoughts that went into creating conflicting feelings with Shadowbringers and its popular antagonist Emet Selch. Which is very much the case with Emet Selch. It was we were glad to kill him, but also sad because we learned about
him.
Yeah. What inspired the storyline of Shadowbringers? What interested you in exploring how fine the line can be between good and evil? Yoshida says, even in modern day life, people already hold different views on where to draw the line between good and evil. The same can be said when you look back on history, in which the claims of those who emerged victorious were deemed to be right, whereas those who lost were wrong. However, with developments in culture and education, everyone knows that the world doesn't work in a simple good is right and evil is wrong sort of way. I believe the world of Shadowbringers is a representation of that very idea. What thoughts? So,
Deep.
Yeah. What thoughts went into creating Emet Selch's backstory and character? What feelings did you want the player to go through as they journeyed with and ultimately fought against him? Yoshida said that one big goal we had in the story was to have players understand the Asians. In order to do so, Emet Selch needed to be not just an enemy, but a character that tries to understand the protagonist, the Scions, and the masses. During development, we never really anticipated or tried to predict what kind of emotions players would feel towards certain characters or the story. We feel it is more important for us to think about what kind of ideas and principles to depict, rather than what kind of emotions we would like to evoke through exploring said ideas. Shadowbringers may leave players feeling emotionally conflicted at its end. What interested you about making players feel a bit unsure about whether they're doing the right thing? Yoshida said, I touched on this in a previous answer as well, but I would be delighted if Final Fantasy XIV served as a catalyst for people to ponder about themselves, their surroundings, parents, siblings, friends, and society, instead of holding on to the idea that good is rewarded and evil is punished. That said, we are entertainers, not philosophers. Our greatest joy would be for players to enjoy the game one way or another.
I guess
He really
that's
said we
fair.
live in a society.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's...
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I liked most about Emet Selch was probably, like, when you could talk to him in between quests to get the hint text or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd just be like, well, whatever. I'll just tell you some more facts about myself.
Yeah.
He was so open.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know, there was just... He did seem like a companion after a while.
One of my favorite things about that is if you talk to him and you get him going, and then you just say, "No, I don't care."
Yeah.
And he gets a little indignant about how you bothering him at all.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what happened with Xenos? Like, he was just standing around and you could just like ask him shit.
Yeah.
Like, so what's up? He's like, I'd like to murder you.
That's like one of the most apparent ways you can draw a difference between Xenos and Emet Selch, and why Emet Selch is so much better.
Yeah. Okay, Final Fantasy XIV has something for all types of players, from casual to hardcore. What thoughts go into creating content that appeals to both styles of player? How do you create a world that has something for everyone, and why is that important to you? Yoshida says, nowadays nothing is more valuable than time. We've heard this before. And one's personal...
I have many time right now.
We have many time right now.
Maybe you guys.
Except for Rollo.
Rollo.
And one's personal view is quite important. There are no standardized values, and what people like or dislike, or what they find fun or uninteresting, differs drastically from one person to another. That is why I feel that it's important to have content that can accommodate various values in the world of Final Fantasy XIV. This is because having narrow-minded values will close off the world. I don't necessarily do anything in particular to accomplish this, but I try to find out what other people besides myself are thinking through talking about various matters with my staff, as well as reading many books and watching movies.
What about TV shows?
Yeah.
You're always
Season 1.
That makes you close-minded. TV makes you close-minded.
Yeah, TV makes your eyes
Movies,
go
though.
square as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why every time he adds, like, a new instrument to Bard or whatever, and we're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I like
it's
it.
fine if you
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Do
I
what makes you
like
happy.
these kind of like flavor things to the world,
Mhm.
even if I don't necessarily
Yeah.
need all of them. I just like that they're there.
They're there.
Yeah.
Someone enjoys it. Okay. What thoughts go into drawing from older Final Fantasy games? How do you decide which elements / bosses / music of older games you want to incorporate? How do you do that without disrupting the story and feel of Final Fantasy XIV? Well, Yoshida says, there is one point that the development team and I are always mindful of. We ensure that players who have played previous Final Fantasy installments are not let down when they play Final Fantasy XIV. At the same
Where's
time...
Hojo?
What?
Where's Hojo?
At the same time, we don't want Final Fantasy XIV to lose its identity in the process. Though we do respect past titles of the franchise, 14 as part of the Final Fantasy series would begin to lose its meaning if we simply cut and paste elements as is into our game. Which is true. There are... I think the Omega series was probably the most jarring one, but they sort of have a reason for it, but that was, to me, one of the ones where I felt like it was too disconnected from the game. It was too much of a fan service. Not that I don't like it, but it's like...
Even though they actually made it like physically disconnected from like the universe, it still felt bad somehow.
Yeah. It was a good raid, but it just didn't feel like I was playing 14. Sometimes it's like, this is a weird, like, I don't know.
Not until the final part that it really feels like...
Right.
Yeah.
Truly created into the world.
It's
interesting when you compare it to Eden's... the Eden raid series line, because, like, fighting the primals is, to a certain extent, kind of, like... nonsensical. Or like, there's not really much story behind it, but it's still more satisfying.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because you're altering the world. You're not just in some stupid little bubble.
Right. All right. Mogi adds, from a design perspective, I'm mindful of how best to bring the delicate and striking characters that Mr. Amano created into 3D form. Focusing too much on the fine details of an existing design during the creative process makes it difficult to be faithful to the original design. It's more about taking the overall feel and accentuating those elements. Most of the time, it's difficult to create 3D designs if we just try to copy an existing illustration. Only a limited number of staff with extensive experience are able to expertly handle these homage designs.
Homage. I think he's talking about like Raoban's cape. If you focus on too much of the details, you know,
just squint your eyes.
Cape, okay?
Yeah.
Or unfocused. Just unfocus your eyes a tiny bit.
Focus.
Well, there you have it. That is the interview. It's
good. I wish they'd gone into more detail about some of the, like, much more deep on Emet Selch.
Emet Selch, yeah.
They petered off it quite quickly.
Yeah. Because he's a very interesting character.
Yeah, I want to know more about their own thoughts behind making him.
Yeah, and he's a unique character as well. Like, it's weird that they were talking about this wildly unique 14 character, and then talking about, how about when you put other stuff from other Final Fantasy games?
I know.
Like, what? Why don't you talk more about Emet Selch?
Yeah, where's that FF7 remake event, huh?
Oh God, are we gonna get a 7 crossover? Do you think?
Yeah, in about 3 years, about the same amount of time it took for them to release the 15 event.
Yeah. That's true. It has to be out on PC first. Even though we've already got like the mount and minions and stuff.
We're getting the Waka reactor. Don't worry.
Do you think we will get more lore about Emet Selch himself and his relationship to us?
Oh, I'd do a lot for more background on him as a young Amora team. Ancient.
Well, there's stuff that still hasn't been resolved. Remember when they talked about the hair lore for Emet Selch? Where's that?
Oh yeah. Wasn't that one of the little side stories they put on?
No, that's when they introduced the first like part of it, but we never really learned what it was about. They just talked about his hair in that story.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna obviously get more Elidibus now, and probably about his books.
I don't trust Elidibus to tell us anything interesting.
No,
he's not as cool as the others
Squintal's
anymore, really.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Emet Selch, he was stupid idiot. Do you
Yeah.
know that?
Bonehead.
Well, to be fair, we have introduced the idea now of like data banks with like recordings, so we might just find
That's
that
true.
and find all of Emet Selch's
Wow.
story in there. I don't know.
Somewhere in the archives
But they
that
exist.
Yoshida was working on.
Yeah, remember we left her there. That she's still there.
Remember
with
what
that.
they can do though. The three that we found in, like the ones we found in the dungeon, just summoned monsters. So I imagine Yoshida just fighting off constant monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, there's. I think that's the only way we'll find out about him, because I don't think Elidibus is ever gonna tell us anything, because he hates.
No.
I think he genuinely just wants us gone.
It's either that or we might meet Hythlodius again or something and get more flashbacks
That
to
too.
him.
That's possible. Yeah.
But there's not many other options.
No.
I mean, Emet Selch's will to a certain extent is quite powerful because Amarot is still there.
That's true.
That's true.
Amarot led to the release of what's that horrible boss, that horrible fate boss that appears in
something like Archeon.
Tania.
Yeah.
Which has escaped the part of the Tempest that is just Amarot.
Yeah.
He gave us 2 dungeons.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He did.
You should have.
Cool guy.
He left us some more.
Maybe. Yeah.
I wonder some with Crystal Tower becoming mandatory if we get more about him in the Allegan Empire. That is true.
Oh, that would be really
I can't believe we haven't
interesting.
really talked about that at all, because he implies very early on in Shadowbringers that he had something to do with the Allegan Empire as well.
Yeah.
We know very little about actual early Allegan Empire, because we know about what happened near the end, and we know what's in the lore book, which is still written as, it's very disembodied. It's like, the Allegan Empire was a great empire, and then the emperor died, and then the empire fell into disarray because everyone was so content
clearly
with
trying to do it
everything.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
With Garlemald, so
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see just how because the difference between the Garlean Empire and the Allegan Empire is that it seems like he was corrupting the Allegans rather than the Garlemald he just fucking made. Like he made Garlemald
from the start.
Yeah, the Allags seems to have already been in the process of becoming something, and he was like, I might be onto something. I can control this, and then he did. But he was never emperor. Someone else was emperor. He was just the guy that was whispering behind his back, and kind of like Thornton, I guess. Remember that? That was
Thornton was here.
quite similar
but
to
was,
that.
The other guy.
Remember when Thornton outplayed La Habrea?
I like that.
Played one of the top 3 most powerful assassins in the game.
Yeah, don't think too much about that. I don't think. I'm sad that he's gone, though. I wish there was a way he could come back. But
I suppose
databanks,
there's out.
They all said La Habrea was too rash and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and he managed to let
that's
himself
true.
get fooled.
That's true.
That's what you get.
Yeah. I wonder if, because it looks like with Ishgard, they were trying to do the Allegan thing again. That's what I'm thinking. Like, they were like, the Allegan thing, that kind of worked, didn't it? We kind of fucked shit up there.
Yeah.
Let's do that again with, one of the mightiest city-states in Eorzea.
I wonder what Selch thought about the La Habrea's, Ishgardian plot, because Emet Selch was probably looking at it and saying, you're just copying what I did.
Yeah, you fucking copycat.
Get your own idea. Come on.
Yeah. And then he fucking failed. How embarrassing.
Well, that's what they say, isn't it? They say he talks about how La Habrea was an idiot or whatever.
Yeah.
So he clearly wasn't a big fan. They don't seem to like each other at all.
Yeah, I like the sitcom with all of them.
Yeah.
Kind of
But they don't seem to like each other. But then again, think about the fact that those 3 are probably 3 of the only people that have been around for that long.
Yeah.
And they failed their job for thousands of years.
Yeah. It would have been interesting though if he succeeded, because then you'd have Emet Selch with his little empire, and then there's La Habrea with his little empire, and then they have 2 empires. That would be.
And then Iga Yorm could have gone to Othard.
Yeah. Their little
They're just
toys.
fighting each other at this point. I bet I can make a better empire than you.
Yeah.
It's like Risk on a global scale.
Yeah.
To be an Asian just playing Risk and over here, or on Heidelin in general.
Yeah. So yeah, there's well, I guess technically, if we're not joking, I think he was. I mean, Ishgard was kind of a problem for Garlemald, which is why they probably wanted to control Ishgard a bit more, so that they can just let them through.
Yeah.
So that's probably the actual. Well, that was actually probably the actual plan. But he failed. Right. I think that's the end of the show for now. If you're watching live, it is not over. We will continue into the post show, but we have to wrap up. Thanks for watching this episode of Speakers of Heidelin. Remember to follow on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfHeidelin, YouTube.com/SpeakersXIV, !! Discord in chat if you want to join the Discord server. If you're watching on demand, link is in the description. Remember to watch the post show, because that is about to begin after this. If you're not watching live, then you can't watch it. Unless you're a patron. Bye!
Bye!